stand before you with more honor, with more pride, with a greater sense of responsibility, having been blessed with the privilege of knowing Mr. Don H. Barden. My name is Griffin. I am a 2007 Barden Gary Foundation alumni, and my heart is heavy. I want the family, the friends, the close business associates of Mr. Barden to know that I'm praying for you. I pray that you will find strength in knowing that his being positively influenced thousands of young people. His spirit and his legacy will continue beyond measure. I am one of those young people he influenced, having admired him since I was about 9 years old. Watching him on the press conferences of the Gary Public Access Channel, breaking ground and working side by side with Donald Trump, the Donald, you're fired, Trump, just across the railroad track in my own backyard. And I thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to, over the years, being able to meet Mr. Barden, being able to eat with him, and being able to receive encouragement from him as a Barden Gary Foundation scholar. I remember eating lunch with Mr. Barden one day, and he said, you know, really, the only way to make money at a casino is to own it. And I wish I could say that for you in his voice, because I loved the way his voice sounded. He has such a distinguished voice, a voice with such a distinguished sound. And I also remember him being on stage at an event in Las Vegas, and he was singing a song, but it didn't sound like Mr. Barden. It sounded a little bit more like Smokey Robinson. But actually, sure enough, a few seconds later, Smokey Robinson actually did come from behind the curtains, and Mr. Barden was just lip syncing. And Mr. Barden and Smokey Robinson were good friends. But you know, in addition to having a softer side, Mr. Barden, I believe, was an icon of hope. An icon of hope. And I'd like to offer this message of thanks to him on behalf of all of the Barden Gary Foundation scholars and alumni. Don H. Barden, an icon of hope. The best portion of a good man's life is his little nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and of love. Thank you, Mr. Barden. Thank you for being a positive example for every child growing up in the inner city with a desire to succeed against all odds. Thank you for giving us and helping us discover great shoes to fill. Thank you for believing in our dreams, our abilities, and for nurturing our talents. And thank you for empowering us to do for ourselves. Mr. Barden, thank you for being our icon of hope. Our icon of hope. Now, my fellow Barden Gary Foundation scholars, family, and friends, I encourage you as you leave this building to allow the spirit of Mr. Don H. Barden take its place inside of each of you. His spirit of ambition, his spirit of entrepreneurship, his spirit of philanthropy, his spirit of hope, so that as we walk through those doors, you too can say as you go through life's journey that you stand with more pride, with more honor, and with a greater sense of responsibility in being blessed with the privilege to be associated with the Barden Gary Foundation, which is a part of Mr. Don H. Barden's legacy. I congratulate you, and I thank you, Ms. White, for this opportunity. Thank you.